Hi pals, welcome to my channel. My name's Julz and I'm a Scottish Highlander on a budget. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me on yet another video. I really do appreciate it. So huge apologies, I didn't get around to filming this week. It's now Sunday and I have my closeout for the week, my cash stuffing for the following week, and also my budget to do for the following week. So I do apologise. There will be 3 videos being made today and I will try and post them a little bit more sporadically. However, I promise I will post a giveaway. This is why I don't do giveaways. I am absolutely useless at them. I have the things here. I'm not diddling anybody. I do have all the items that I bought. There's more. There's another 3 packets. Here's another one. And this is just the things that I bought in, and I still obviously have the items that I am putting into myself. So there will be a giveaway, so please hang fire if you subscribed for that reason. I will do it. Life gets in the way. I'm not very good at doing videos out of my routine as well. So yeah, they're ready to go. So yeah, so let's just crack on. I've got quite a lot to get through today. Because, as I said, I've got 3 videos to do. I've still got to go out and do my food shop and all that stuff. So I want to say a huge thank you as well while I'm on, just to everybody that did watch my videos for February. Unfortunately, we didn't quite make the £60 to get the payout in March, which is absolutely fine, but £53 was I made through YouTube, so I will get paid £53, but I will get paid that in April, along with whatever I make in March as well. So both payments will be paid in April. So £53 was the payment. So once I take tax off of that, because obviously it's a payment to me and I am a business, I work full time and I also have sort of my Etsy and everything like that. So it's incoming, money incoming to my account, so you have to pay tax just the way it is. So there will be money coming off that, but what I'll probably do, so I think it'll be about £45 by the time you take tax off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use some of March's money as well, just to round that up a little bit, and then I will give her some money at some point in March, and that'll be from, I'll probably take it out of my emergency and pay it, and then pay back my emergency when I get the payment in April. Probably none of that made sense, but anyhow, that's what's happening. So thank you for joining me on another rambly video. So what am I going to do today? So we'll have to, let's go through and do the budget first for next week, because it all needs to be done anyway. So no, actually, let's just close out and then we can do our budget, and we'll get our budget spot on to what it should be, and for moving into March. So what am I looking for? Right, so I did keep my tracker updated to the best I could, which is here. Oh, I've not got enough room in this table. I can't wait to get my office sorted and get into that space and just have it all set up all the time. So we are on what I was kind of classing as the 5th week, because it was my money from this month that was paying for this week, and although I did get paid on the Monday, that money hasn't actually been touched as such, apart from the bills that came out obviously on the 1st of March. So it's kind of 4.5 week, if that makes sense, because some of the bills came out, but anyhow, let's just crack on. So quite a spendy week for me, just the way things happened. So I spent £30.22 groceries, I spent £4.60 on Piper, and I actually spent £4.80 on beauty, because I decided that I was going to use my beauty envelope to buy shampoo and conditioner, because I can't really justify it coming out of my grocery spends, because the groceries are just going up so high, like they're so expensive. So yeah, so I took £4.80 out, and then I'll need to replenish that obviously to get my nails done. But so moving forward, I am going to add a little bit more to my beauty over and above my nails, just in case I need any. I don't wear an awful lot of makeup, but I know that I should have some new mascara quite soon, and you know, shampoos and conditioners, all that kind of thing. I am one of these people that only wash my hair once, twice a week, because if not, it just gets really, really greasy. And I can often be found using washing up liquid to wash my hair, because I get a greasy patch right in the back of my head, and that's the only thing that takes it out. And it was a build-up of shampoo from prior, but it just appears randomly. So I have been known to wash my hair with a fairy liquid. It doesn't do any harm. Just strips the oils, but then if your hair's greasy, you know what I mean? So that was that. I had a no spend day on Monday and I had a no spend day on Tuesday. The 1st of March is when all my direct debits came out. So although it was technically a no cash kind of spend or no card spend, all my direct debits came out, so money did leave my account. And then on Thursday we had quite a few spends here, so we had to put £30 in electric, and then Piper had her groom, which was £40. Well, it was £44, so I took £5 out of my miscellaneous because I didn't have enough in the envelope. So that was I used for the miscellaneous, and I just left the pound as a tip. Not very much of a tip, but £45 is a lot of money. And then I put £10 fuel in, and that was just to get me to my client, because I was going in the opposite direction to where I would normally fill up from. So there is a fuel station in my village, but it is crazy. It's 169.9 for fuel in my village, okay? And then, so I topped up with £10 just to get to my client. As I said, I was going that way. And then the next day I was going out to work and I was going that way. So I was going past another village that had another petrol station. And in that station, the diesel was 157.9. So a huge difference. So that's why I didn't fill up here, because it wouldn't get me anywhere. I would be back again. So then I put £30 in on a Saturday at the other petrol station, which gave me half a tank. So this didn't even take me out of the red, and this gave me half a tank. So, you know, just goes to show. I then spent £5.95 from work, but I took 95p out of my grocery money, and the penny here was also out of my grocery money. And then I put £99 on my electric. So that was from the £200 payment that I got, which is because I use alternative methods of fuel, because I have an air source heating, so the air's coming in. I don't know why we got it. It just basically got a letter, and then a few days later I got the money. So I'm not going to quibble. £200, but I'm putting all that. I'm going to put all of it into, well, bar £2, because I can only put £99 on my key at a time, so there was £1 left over. So £198 of that is going to go on my key for electric, because I just think it's the most sensible option. I did think about bringing some of it into my budget. However, I actually did a few sales. I sold some of my stock of Party Light, and then I also had some sales on Party Light and also on Oriflame, which I sell. I don't really promote them, but I do sell them, so randomly I will get sales, and so that is what that was for. So I felt I didn't need to bring any of that £200 into my budget. I also got the rest of my payments from expenses at £246.41, but moving forward there's a big quibble about my expenses, so my expenses won't be very high moving forward. They'll basically just cover fuel, and that'll be about it. So let's close out. So we can pretty much go from here, if I've done my calculations correctly, and figure out what we have spent and what is left over. So I know that I didn't spend any of my spending money, so that'll go in there. And I know that I spent the full £5 of my miscellaneous money, so there's nothing left over. Work spending, I spent the full £5, but I also took the 95p out of groceries, so there's nothing left over. Fuel, I spent £40, because the penny came out of the grocery money. Don't know what I was saying. So I should have £15 left over. And then we spent, we just had the one grocery spend at £30.22. Yep, so £30.22. which means we would have had 45 minus 30, 22, £14.78. And then minus 96. It's £13.82. So we should have £13.82 left in the purse. We should have £13.82. Whether that is correct or not remains to be seen. Okay, so let's go to the purse and get that out. So that's all just the money for my cash stuffing and the extra leftover from electric. I'll bring that down. So we have receipts. We have £10 in groceries. Piper's food. We have 15 in fuel, which is correct. We have £5 in my spending, which is correct. Etsy postage. Planned spending is just actually extra money that came into my budget from selling, so that can just go in there for later. And we'll see what we've got left here. So we should technically have, I feel like I'm going to do this wrong. Oh no, I am going to do this wrong. So we also have, we should also have, where's my page? 60 pence left over from, I just popped it into my change. So we should have 40 pence left over from Piper's money and 20 pence left over from Beauty. So that is the 60p there. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 82. Perfect, 13.82 left over. Awesome. So we'll leave that there for now. And we will close out the rest of the week. So I'm just going to write that in here. 30.22. So we put £5 into Piper, and that was like as a sinking fund. So I'm going to bring her out of my cash envelopes, I think, moving forward, and put it into sinking funds, because technically that is what she is more now, a sinking fund for her food. We spent £40 in fuel, and we spent nothing in miscellaneous. We spent the full 5 miscellaneous and the full 5 in work spending. We're going to have to add the 96 pence on, aren't we, for groceries. This is very chaotic, and if you are watching, I do apologise. So we actually spent £30.22 in groceries, but we also spent 95 pence for work spending and the penny for the fuel. So we actually spent £31.18 of our grocery money. Right. Okay. So this is where things get even more complicated when you look at the money that's coming into my budget. So we rolled over what we said we were going to roll over at 32301. Then my wages came in at 1,632.45. I then had 55. Let's start again. I then had 53 pence of interest in my bank account. I then had £307.47 of extra income, and mileage came in at 246.41. Etsy came in at 32.11 because obviously I had a payment to come out, and I've used £80 of sinking funds. Okay, so the 307.47, I don't know if you'll be able to see. No, I'll lift a book. So I've actually broken it down here. So the other income of £307.47. So the £200 was the government payment, a £20 in cash sales, which you saw me putting in there, and then I had £87.47 in sales of Oriflame and party light stuff. So, okay, so I hope that makes sense. So now we're going to try and add all this up on camera. So that was silly, I should have done that originally. 323. I swear this calculator hates me. My hands look terrible in this close up. So 32301 plus 1632.45 of wages, 53 pence of interest, £307.47 of other income, and £246.41 of mileage. And then we brought £32.11 in to cover the printer payment, and then I used £80 of sinking funds. So £2,621.98 was our total income for this week. Which sounds crazy when it's the last week of the month, but obviously with having my wages in there, not filled out my rent, which I have paid. So everything came out as it should have done. There was no changes apart from TV and broadband. Remember I said it had gone up by something last week. It went up by £1, which is not bad actually in the grand scheme of things. However, when I went in to look at my account, I had this boost on it, internet boost, and my internet's not great anyway, and I thought, well, my internet's not great, why am I paying for a boost? So I've taken the boost off to see what difference it's made. It's made absolutely zero difference so far for what I use. So my bill moving forward should be £55.50, so it'll actually come down. So that boost has obviously been on this whole time. And my phone bill has gone up. I think it's gone up by £1, and then obviously I've used 40p in, I think I sent a couple of picture messages to my mum. Rather than use WhatsApp, I sent them, anyway, that's by the by. So I think it's gone up by £1 as well, which again is not bad in the grand scheme of things, so we'll not quibble on that. Everything else came out as it should. The one thing I did forget, as I forgot last month, and you guys haven't reminded me this month, was my car payment at £300. So that had to come out. And then I bought a gift online. It was my niece's birthday yesterday, and she saw something online that she liked. So I bought that gift for her off my card, and I thought, well, rather than take the money out, put it back in the bank, especially when I had all this extra income up the top here, I've just put it in from my bank account. So, I mean, all my money is my money, so at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. I wouldn't do it often because I like to keep things in their categories, but it is what it is. So I'm just waiting for that to arrive. I didn't get to see her yesterday. I was going to go down to my niece's Kaylee, another niece's Kaylee that she was hosting for her going away to South America, but I wasn't feeling great by the time I finished work. And it was quite a drive, and it'd be quite a long evening, so I ended up not going, which I'm gutted about, but I'm sure she had a great time. So let's add all these up again. I should have done that off camera. Anyone with OCD will be very cross with me and my calculator skills. So how's everybody else's week been? I've been really down in the dumps. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just really can't shake it. So I've been trying to think of things that used to make me happy. Things that I used to enjoy, things that I could do. Because up here, like, I used to live in Newcastle, so, you know, things are so different in a big town than they are in a very small village like what I live in now. Like, there's not even a slimming club in the village I'm in. So, you know, I've just been trying to think. And the one thing I really used to love was line dancing. I absolutely adored it. I used to go to loads of classes, and I was, blow my own trumpet, I was a pretty good dancer. I have put on so much weight since then. I mean, I've always had a problem with my weight, but I've put so much weight on since then, and the thought of actually dancing again now turns my stomach because I'm so big, and I just think, why would anybody want to see me dancing when I'm huge? So I think that's kind of getting me down as well. So yeah, I'm just feeling a bit rubbishy. But if anybody else is having a bad week, I do feel for you, and I hope that your week gets better, and I hope that you find things that actually make it more pleasant for you, and that next week is better. So I've added all that up, and it came to 1,150.43. I've deducted it from the 2,621.98, which leaves 1,471.55. But yeah, if anybody else has any tips for any of us that are struggling with our, I don't want to say mental health, because it's not really my mental health. There's nothing wrong. I'm just sad. So if anybody else really has any tips that they can give for anybody that's in a similar position to me, please feel free to write them in the comments, and I'll be able to share them. Because it's difficult, isn't it? When you just can't shake a feeling. So now I'm just adding up the sinking funds that I've used. So we had 480 for the beauty and 460 for Piper, as already discussed. I then had to pay the £40 from Piper's groom, and then I put £30 into electric before I got the £200 through. So that is 79.40. Zero. So as you see, I brought in the £80 up there, and if you remember, we had the 60p earlier on that we took out of this change, so that is where that comes from. So 147.155 minus 79.40 is 139.15. I then put £20 into my credit card, as not into my credit card, but over onto Hyperjar to pay, so that I've paid an extra payment this month. So 137.215. And then my annuals, I just put in everything that I said I would, so 15. I did think about adding an extra £5 in for Piper's groom, but then I thought, well, I have the miscellaneous money, so I might as well just to use that. My pen's running out. Oh, how unfortunate. I'll just have to use black. I do apologise. The pen will come right in a while. It's just every so often they go. So that is 150. So we will deduct 150 from the 1372, which leaves us with 1,222.15. So then our cash spending was 31.18 plus 5 plus 40 plus 5 plus 5, so 86.18. And we will deduct that from the 12215, which leaves us with £1,135.97. I then put £10 into my monthly challenge, which completed that for February, and I also put £10 into me time, and now we're going to do the change and see where that will go. So we'll get our challenge binder out. Okay, so me time we do and the monthly time we do, and the new year, new me is completed. So we are working on Mother's Day, so it's £10. But what I'm actually going to do is, because I am going away with my mum, I actually I'm paying for a spa day for us both for Mother's Day, and it came to £220 for us both. So it's a spa day and an afternoon tea, and it's going to be really an amazing time. So yeah, my mum's worth it, I'm worth it. So yeah, so I'm going to put £10 in to finish Mother's Day at 150. Okay. But then what I'm going to do as well is I'm then going to cross it off each letter, just to see how much I can save before we go away. So I've got this closeout and next closeout. So, you know, we might get almost to 200. We never know. So we've got another 10 here. And then we've got 2 5s. And then there. So I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me. And it just means that then Mother's Day is paid for near enough by Mother's Day. But then I will take some money out of my birthday to pay the excess, because obviously it's for me. And although it's not my birthday, I still saved that money, and I was just going to reallocate it some as well, just to, you know, I saved it for me, so I might as well just use it on me, if that makes sense. I don't know why I'm trying to sort all this money, but never mind. So let's count. I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, 120, 130, 135, 140, 145, 150, 155, 160, 165, 170. So we'll probably not get quite the £200, but I mean, out of the £220, but we'll get near enough. And then, as I said, I have £50 for me as well. So, so a minute, 150 plus 50 plus, yeah, so if I use my whole birthday money, that's the 220 saved. So yeah, excellent. I'm over the moon with that. If anybody hasn't really done cash stuff in, or hasn't been doing it for long, or hasn't been budgeting for long, stick at it, because honestly, I've never been able to do this for my mum. We do spa days before, but we've always used kind of like voucher deals, or, you know, like that voucher or Groupon, that kind of thing. And although it's nice, it doesn't feel like quite as much as a treat as this is feeling, if that makes sense, because I've saved all of this money, and it's a posh hotel in Harrogate. So yeah, I feel awesome. I really do. So £30 is going into Mother's Day. I will have to get my pen working, because this will annoy me. This different colours, but yeah, so we've added £30 to Mother's Day, and then let's see what we'll add in the penny challenges. So we'll go with the 50p's, because we know we have some. So we have £1 and 50p. So 1, 2. I can't believe this is nearly completed. I know this is a slow burner for me, and I'm quite okay with that, because I don't like having a lot of change, and I do use my change rather than just let it build up. So I'm more than happy with how this is going. Same with the pound coins, which we have 2 of. So 1, 2. The £2 coins are not going very fast, but that is because I'm using them, because I noticed this week I actually had 2 £2 coins and I used them. So, you know, that's why they're not very fast burner. But, you know, I still have £20 in £2 in my jar. So, you know, it still adds up. Right, let's see what coinage we have. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140, 142. So 142. I'm just going to mark these in before I forget. So we have £2 in pound coins, and we had £1 in 50p's. So what's our next number? So we have 88. So minus 88 leaves us with 54, which we can do. So that's good. 88 and 54. So what's that? £1.42. So 2, 3, 4, 42. Going into our challenges. No. Yeah, 442. So altogether in challenges we put in 20 plus 30 plus 442. I don't know why I used the calculator for that. 54.42. And that leaves us with 1135.97 minus £54 and 42. which is 108,155 left over. And I don't think I have completed no, I haven't completed the amount for next month, so because I'm just doing that. So yeah, 108,155 is what is left over that will be taken into March with us. So that is pretty good. I'm pretty chuffed with that. So yeah, that is our budget with me. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry it's been a bit all over the place. I do appreciate you watching, and I will see you all in 5 minutes with my budget for next week. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye.